Racism is still alive in America. Wake up. People are calling on POTUS, v. POTUS, to go down to Ferguson, Missouri and do something about the chaos that is ensuing in the streets. Odd. It seems as though people are misrepresenting that office. The governor of Missouri, the president of these United States, are not parents. They're elected officials. The people that are looting, protesting, violently protesting, getting arrested, they're all doing that by choice. They're adults. I think it's mighty odd that we are finding ourselves in a situation where we villainize the people that are actually upholding the peace. Let's use that loosely. Sure, there may be racist cops using excessive force. Sure, there may be people that would wish to do minorities harm. This is not a surprise. You can turn on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News weeks ago, and you see people protesting at the borders, trying to stop children that are fighting to get into our nation from coming across the southern border of the United States. That's classism. That's racism. Give us you're tired, you're meek, you're wounded, all that good stuff, all the things that brought immigrants to our country before. Now it's a problem. Now you got to stand in line because we don't want you. Racism is not dead. Black people, white people, Mexicans, Chinese, Japanese, Americans, wake up. Until we start seeing each other as Americans, until we start representing our nation properly, these type of problems are going to rear their ugly head. 1968, I believe, or late 60s, there was riots in Detroit, the city that I'm from. National Guard was in the streets. That didn't stop the riots. People in Detroit had to decide to stop rioting. 1960s, 50s, 60s, and of course, before then, civil rights struggle, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, everybody fighting for equality. Equality hasn't happened. Equality is not going to happen until we start seeing ourselves as equal. Until we stop acting like we are the minority. Until we start bringing our kids up to represent themselves properly, which will in turn represent their communities properly. We rather bring kids up, have their hats banging to the left or right, have them twerking, have them repping their father, dressing them up like the baby daddies that left them. But we're not raising our kids. We're not bringing up our society to represent anything that resembles something that should be respected. Now, this is not in all cases. Some people are attempting to better themselves, better their situation. But how many people are not? How many people are complacent in allowing the madness to continue? It's time to wake up and grow up. If you want change, if you want a different society, if you want something better, well, you can say, well, the elected officials don't care about us. Somewhere around 50%, the last national election that got Barack Obama reelected to president, about 50% of the entire voting population voted. Mind-blowing. So that means it's people not even going to the polls. People talking about how their elected officials don't give a damn about them, but you don't even give a damn enough about your own city, state, because often most people don't even remember who's in office. They haven't even voted for somebody except by name recognition. But yet the leaders are doing us wrong. No, we're doing ourselves wrong. Wake the fuck up. Praying for change, hoping for change, you gotta work for change. Too many people have died before us that actually were working. Women's suffrage, black suffrage, Latino American suffrage. All this stuff has happened, and we're sitting on our laurels. We're just waiting for somebody to wave the magic wand of freedom, of equality to come, instead of chasing after it vigorously ourselves. If you want change, make the change happen. Or else shut the fuck up and get out of the way of people that are working for it. I am Oso, and I have spoken.